Welcome everybody to the February issue of the Mover magazine, which I bring to you full of all kinds of good stories as usual. There's a few that I particularly like to bring your attention to. There's one, for example, which is a presentation that was delivered some time ago by Ian Studd. He's the Director General of the BAR in the UK, and it was all about a new removals apprenticeship that has been developed. It's available in England so far, not the rest of the UK, but certainly in England. And I thought it's a really exciting thing, and the story tells you more about what it is, how you access it, how much it costs to do, and so on, and all the whys and wherefores. There's also our cover story this time is an interview with Brielle Jones. Now, some of you will remember Brielle. She spent quite a lot of time travelling around conferences some years ago when she was working with Tri Global, and she's not with Tri Global anymore, but she started her own business, in effect decluttering homes for people. Now, I thought that was kind of interesting because I thought it would be interesting or very useful for the people, but also very useful for moving companies too. If you're going into a house that's already been tidied up and sorted out and everybody's ready to roll, rather than full of clutter and rubbish, I thought that would be a helpful thing. Anyway, do take a look at that story. Lots of other stuff in there as well. There's a story about the GHC and whether moving companies are going to be put out of business as a result of that. There's one about mitigating the risks of HGV compliance. Apparently, because there are now fewer HGV drivers available, then some operators, it's believed, are cutting corners, and so it's a story from a lawyer explaining how to avoid doing that. And there's also now this, I don't know if this is true, but I've published it anyway. I mean, I think it is, and I've checked it out. It's about green methanol. Now, this is nothing to do with the moving industry, but I just thought it was absolutely a terrific story. And this is a company that is managing to have found a way of distilling and commercialising green methanol, distilling it in effect from the atmosphere, to use as a fuel, and it has tremendous advantages because it means that the very act of doing it actually removes more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere than it puts back. If it's all to be true, and I did check it out, and I believe it to be true, and I believe it to be scientifically possible as well. And I just thought you'd be interested to know. Anyway, take a look at that. It's where is it? It's on page 30 of the February issue. But have a look at that. Anyway, there's loads of other stories in there. I hope you enjoy reading the magazine, as always. And I will see you next time.